Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're an ITI graduate, you've probably been told that your options are pretty much set in stone, right? You're either grinding through low-wage apprenticeships or you're just struggling to find your footing in the private sector. But what if I told you there's a hidden, incredibly high-paying alternative that almost nobody is talking about? Today, we are breaking down the insights of former Chief Engineer Praneet Mehta. He reveals exactly how ITI graduates can bypass all those traditional roadblocks and step right into the Merchant Navy. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the reality of ITI jobs, then introduce the Merchant Navy alternative. After that, we'll map out trade-specific career paths, break down the GP rating course, compare the salaries with the harsh realities of the job, and finally, go over how to beware of scams.
Section 1. The reality of IT jobs. Exploring traditional paths.
It is the burning question on literally every single graduate's mind. What exactly do I do after ITI? Usually, the conventional advice is to do a polytechnic diploma, maybe try your luck for government jobs in places like ISRO or the railways, or honestly, just grab whatever private job you can find in your local town. It can be incredibly frustrating.
There is a stark contrast when you look at your options. On one side, you've got the traditional paths. You might do a one-year apprenticeship with a state entity, or maybe pursue an instructor's course. Though, let's be real, those government jobs are extremely rare. Or you end up in the private sector, where some graduates even resort to driving for ride-sharing apps like Rapido, or doing odd household jobs just to make ends meet. But on the flip side, there is a completely different, high-reward trajectory that Mehta strongly advocates for, and that is the Merchant Navy.
Section 2. The Merchant Navy Alternative, a New Horizon.
Now, there is this massive misconception out there that the maritime industry is strictly for people with high-end degrees like a BTech. Simply not true. The Merchant Navy is a commercial sector that actively offers really lucrative opportunities for those with technical ITI backgrounds. You don't need a fancy university degree for this. You just need that solid technical foundation.
Section 3. Trade-specific career paths, mapping your journey.
So, the crucial point is that there isn't just one single door into the Merchant Navy. Your entry point depends entirely on your specific ITI trade. If your trade is mechanical, Mehta advises taking a lateral entry into a BTech program, which saves you a ton of time, and then completing a graduate marine engineer course. For electrical trades, your next logical step is an electrical diploma, which opens the door to becoming an electrotechnical officer. But what if you're a fitter or a welder, or you just can't afford years of higher education? Well, that is exactly where the GP rating course comes in, leading directly to a role on a ship.
Section 4. The GP rating course. The direct route.
This is a remarkably fast track. The GP rating course is literally just a 6-month program. And the most compelling part of all this, according to the source, it actually offers a 100% job placement guarantee. But pay very close attention here, there is a massive condition attached to that. That guarantee only exists if the course is completed at a reputable, top-tier institution.
And here are those specific institutions you really want to target to get that guarantee. The source strongly recommends trusted entities like Seven Islands, Great Eastern, and Fleet Management. Now, I won't sugarcoat it, the fees are significant. Great Eastern is around 4.8 lakh rupees, and Fleet Management is about 6.4 lakhs for the 6 months. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But education loans are very much a possibility for these highly recognized programs. Think of it as an upfront investment in a guaranteed future.
Section 5. Salary and Harsh Realities, the Ultimate Trade-Off.
First, let's ground ourselves with the baseline on land, 7,500 to 15,000 rupees. That is the harsh financial reality of a standard apprenticeship or an entry-level private job right after your ITI. It's incredibly difficult to build a comfortable life, let alone support a family or achieve real financial freedom on those numbers.
Now, compare that land-based reality to this. 400 to 500 US dollars, that is your starting monthly salary in the Merchant Navy immediately after completing that 6-month GP rating course from a top college. When you convert that, it gives you a dramatic, immediate upgrade in your earning power right out of the gate.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive scaling potential over just a 6 to 7 year period. That's where the real value lies. You start at $400, but if you put your head down and really work hard, after 6 or 7 years, your salary as an able seaman can jump to around $1,500 a month. Multiplying that by an exchange rate of roughly 90 means you're making about 1.35 lakh rupees every single month. And if you eventually study further to become an officer or a chief engineer, you are looking at numbers between 8 to 10 lakh rupees a month. The upward financial mobility is simply staggering.
However, it is absolutely vital to understand the ultimate trade-off here. The reward is immense financial mobility, scaling to 1.35 lakhs a month and well beyond. The reality, you're going to be spending 9 months at sea and only 3 months at home with your family every single year. The source openly acknowledges that staying away from your family is incredibly hard, but they pose a really powerful perspective. Isn't it better to work hard away from home for a few years to secure your family's future, rather than staying on land, struggling forever on a 10,000 rupees salary? It's a demanding life for sure, and a trade-off you must be mentally prepared for.
Section 6. Beware of scams. Protecting your future. Matha issues a stark, direct warning here, and you really need to hear this. Do not take an open CDC or fall for agents. It will ruin your life. Because there is such a high demand for ITI graduates, unregulated agents will literally promise you the world. If you try to take shortcuts and buy an open, continuous discharge certificate, which is a maritime identity document obtained through back channels without proper college sponsorship, you are walking right into a trap. You will lose your money, and you'll destroy your maritime career before it even begins. Just don't do it.
So, to protect yourself, the source provides these actionable, completely safe steps. First, you can contact SMVD Marine Academy in Dehradun. They actually offer free counseling and guidance, with zero pressure to enroll in their coaching. Second, download the Merchant Navy Star app so you can get verified, accurate information directly from trusted professionals. And step 3 is the golden rule here. Absolutely seek proper guidance before paying a single rupee to anyone claiming they can magically get you a job on a ship.
Well, we have reached the ultimate fork in the road. You now know the frustrating limits of those traditional paths, and you've seen the high-reward, high-sacrifice alternative of the Merchant Navy. So the question you have to ask yourself today is this. Are you willing to trade 9 months away from home, working in tough, demanding conditions, for a lifetime of financial freedom for you and your family? It's a massive decision, but armed with the facts from this explainer, you can now make the choice that is best for your future. Keep exploring your potential.